All right, today we're going to pull back the curtain on two really popular moving average crossover strategies. These are the tools traders use to find some kind of order in all that market chaos. So let's jump right in.
I mean, this is the question every single trader asks themselves, right? You're staring at a chart. Prices are jumping all over the place. It's just noise. So how in the world do you spot a real trend and know it's not just another fake out?
Well, to cut through all that static, a lot of traders start with a really simple foundational tool, the moving average. Think of it this way. Its main job is to just smooth out all those wild, jagged price swings so you can actually see the bigger picture, the real direction the market's heading.
Okay, so first up, let's talk about how these moving averages help us filter out what traders call whipsaws. You know what I'm talking about. Those super confusing, fast price swings that can totally trick you into making a bad trade.
So, what is a moving average exactly? Well, the MA, as it's called, is basically an indicator that just calculates the average price of something over a set period of time. What you get is this single, smooth, flowing line on your chart, which gives you a much cleaner look at where the trend is actually going.
And we're going to focus on two main strategies that are built around this idea. First, the super straightforward price crossover, and then the slightly more advanced double moving average crossover.
All right, let's kick things off with the most direct method of the two, the simple price crossover. Honestly, this is kind of the ground floor for anyone starting to use moving averages in their trading. And the way it works is, well, it's beautifully simple. Step 1, you just plot a single moving average line on your chart. That's it. Then you just sit back and watch. What you're looking for is the moment the asset's price physically crosses that line. If it crosses above it, that's a potential buy signal. It suggests bullish momentum. And if it crosses below, well, that hints at bearish pressure.
So yeah, the two key signals couldn't be simpler. Price punches above the moving average line, that's your potential green light to buy. Price drops below the line, that's your potential red flag to sell. It really is that straightforward.
Now, this is important. The period you choose for your MA, like how many days it looks back, is tied directly to your trading style. So if you're a scalper who's in and out of trades super fast, you'd use a short-term MA, maybe a 5 or 10-day. But if you're a long-term investor, you'd want something like a 100 or even a 200-day MA to really just focus on those big overarching trends.
Okay, so here's the catch. There's always a trade-off, right? The big advantage here is that it's simple and it reacts fast. But that speed is also its biggest weakness. Because when the market is just choppy and moving sideways, this strategy can scream, buy, then sell, then buy again, giving you a ton of false signals, those whipsaws that can just chew up your account.
So how do we fix that? How do we get fewer false signals? Well, that brings us perfectly to our second strategy, the double crossover. This one is all about adding a crucial layer of confirmation. So with this one, instead of watching the price cross a single line, you put two moving averages on your chart. A common pairing is a short-term, faster one like a 50-day, and a long-term, slower one like a 200-day. And here's the key. The signal isn't about the price anymore. The signal is when the two lines themselves cross over each other.
And this is where we get one of the most famous signals in all of trading, the golden cross. This is the big one. It happens when that shorter-term, faster-moving average crosses above the longer-term, slower one. Traders see this as a really strong sign that a major uptrend might be kicking off.
And on the flip side, you've got its ominous-sounding counterpart, the death cross. You can probably guess what this is. It's the exact opposite. The short-term MA crosses below the long-term MA. This is seen as a major warning that a downtrend is picking up steam. I mean, the names alone, Golden Cross, Death Cross, tell you just how seriously traders take these patterns.
And just a quick side note here. Within these strategies, you can also pick the type of moving average. You've got the simple moving average, or SMA, which treats all the prices in its period equally. It's smoother. Then you have the exponential moving average, the EMA, which gives more weight to the most recent prices. This makes it react faster. For that reason, a lot of short-term traders really prefer the EMA.
You know, the legendary trader Marty Schwartz, he put it perfectly. He basically lived by the 10-day EMA. He said when the price is trading above it, that's your green light. Think buy. But when it's trading below, that's a red light. Think sell. It just goes to show you how powerful a simple rule like that can be, as long as you have the discipline to follow it.
Okay, so this brings us right to the core decision you have to make as a trader when you're looking at these two strategies. It really boils down to one simple trade-off: speed versus reliability.
Let's just break it down side by side. The price crossover, super sensitive, super quick. It's great for quick trades like scalping, but yeah, you're going to get more false signals. The double MA crossover? It's slower. It waits for more confirmation. That makes it much better for longer-term moves like swing trading, where you're trying to catch a big trend.
So, which one's for you? Honestly, it comes down to your personality and what you're trying to achieve. If you're a day trader or scalper who needs those quick-fire signals, the price crossover is probably your go-to. But if you're more of a swing or position trader, someone who values reliability over speed, then the double crossover is almost certainly a better fit.
Listen, just knowing how these strategies work, that's not enough. For this final part, we have to talk about what it takes to actually master a strategy. And that means understanding its weaknesses and, most importantly, managing your risk.
Now, I want you to just look at this number for a second, 76%. There was a study done on MA crossover systems using historical S&P 500 data, and it found that the false signal rate could get as high as 76%. That's a pretty sobering number, and it's something you absolutely have to wrap your head around.
This is why it's so important to remember. No strategy is a silver bullet. Moving averages are what we call lagging indicators. That means they don't predict the future, not at all. They only confirm that a trend is already underway. They follow the price, they don't lead it.
So what can you do to improve your odds? Well, here are 3 quick tips. First, don't use this in a vacuum. Combine it with other indicators, maybe something like the RSI or MACD, to get extra confirmation. Second, and this is non-negotiable, always use a stop-loss order to manage your risk. And third, learn to recognize the environments where these strategies just don't work well, like in choppy, sideways markets, and just have the discipline to stay on the sidelines.
So there you have it. The fast but sometimes noisy price crossover and the slower, more reliable double crossover. Both are really powerful tools for trying to bring some clarity to the chaos of the markets. The real question for you is, now that you understand the trade-offs, which one are you going to start testing first to clean up your own charts?